Hello guys, here is a Hyperwind 18-inch high performance stand fan model RLV-1802. This fan was manufactured in November of 2020, therefore it was probably sold in the summer of 2021. Now these fans I would not consider high performance, and there are certain amount of things to take note when thinking about a high performance product. So high performance products should pretty much be made of a fan that has a steep pitch blade, a very high power motor, and it needs to be very sturdy. This fan is not really holding up to that, and we take a good look at the pitch of the blade. It's not really impressive as you might think. The pitch is quite similar to a comfort zone blade or a Hyperwind table fan blade, to be quite specific. So this does not whip out a whole load of air that you wish it should. The grills are quite flimsy, which is expected of a Chinese product. So in order to compensate for this, the manufacturer decided to use a very large bulky motor cover, which gives it a deceiving look, which deceives the customer into thinking that this motor is a high performance one. But it technically kind of is. The thing is that the casings are pretty much similar to that of an SMC motor. Once we pop it off. So yeah, this motor cover is very big. This is intended for high velocity fan motors with the metal blade. This fan, at least it tilts, unlike their metal bladed counterparts. But as you can see, this grill is not really that good. Usually these do come with a steering wheel base, as this one does. The height is adjustable, and it has a 3-speed switch, which of course is labeled by a sticker. But yeah, so they had to use a very overpowered motor for this blade. And I tested this other blade set, which is a 3-winged blade set from a Causeway fan, and it actually matches up with the amount of power this motor has. So let's test it out. So here is the low speed. And I might as well tell you, it's not very quiet as you think this fan should be. The airflow is not really bad. It's actually quite. It actually does blow a good amount of air. But a 3-winged blade could blow as much air while not making a whole lot of noise, because the rate this fan is running at, it's a pretty much a high speed on other products. Here's the medium. It produces quite this one distinct sound, which you cannot really hear because of the lawnmowers outside. The airflow is actually quite. It actually did increase a bit, but it doesn't seem to be a difference when you take a good look at it. And here's high speed. Yeah. So the performance of this could stack up with I think a Lasco model 2016 from the 1994. And the balance is actually quite awful. Let me actually hold this up. Yeah, the balance is not really that good despite the blade pitch being flat. And I'm trying not to move this around much because I do not want the guard to hit the blade. I wish they chose a better guard for this. Yeah, it's quite a bit out of balance. The oscillation works good at least. Well, let me try to zoom it in, and you will see that the grill is actually quite vibrating now. Not sure if you could see it because it is actually being canceled out. Yeah, that blade hub does not seem to be centered properly as it should. I have trouble figuring out which way the speed knob is supposed to go. So that's the one for each show you have. Yeah, not much difference in speed. At least I'm glad that this motor was not running severely hot to the point that the gearbox got brittle and detached from the motor completely. But yeah, this motor is actually quite overpowered for this blade. So therefore, performance is not very quiet. So there we have spin down. Spin down at least seems decent now. Well, but at the end, of course, it's not quite impressive. But there you have it. That is the Hyperwind 18-inch high velocity sand fan model RLV 1802.